All right, Jay, guess what happened?
What happened, Johnny?
If you believe in time, it's a new year.
A new year. Anytime it's a new year, I think of Abed when they change the clocks. I realize that happens on the solstice, but it doesn't make sense.
And then it turns back. Don't worry, buddy, it'll turn back.
I love that.
Yes, that's right, Knights. Me and Jay want to prepare you for 2023 as we've done the past couple years. We promise you a better year than the last year when it comes to
Movies
video games.
and shows.
Yeah. And I was trying to remember nights when I was me and Jay do rehearse. Mind you, Twitter handlers, we don't think we know what we're doing. What happened last year? All we really thought was the House of Dragons, right? There wasn't that much that I can really remember.
We
Life
talked about
changing.
things, but it wasn't like anything kind of came to fruition. Like a lot of the projects I was super excited about ended up disappointing me. So,
We did have one black sheep, which I didn't even know about, under the radar, Severance. That's kind
oh
of
my
saved the
gosh.
year for me, right?
Seriously, yeah. I heard about it like back in July. I was at Lagoon, and my brother was like, "Dude, you got to watch Severance. It's so good." And I was like, "Okay, okay. I'll be the one recommending shows here."
Yeah, give me Ted Lasso. I know it's on Apple Plus. Calm down. And 6 months later, we were on that. We were driving that bandwagon.
I know, exactly. So bad. I was kissing his feet in sorrow. I'm
It
so
is true.
sorry.
We when we nerd wrong, we tell everyone.
It's so true. So, would you say top movie of last year? Just real quick recap. Top show of last year was House of the Dragon, or would you say it's Severance?
Severance for me,
Okay,
House of the
let's go
Dragon was
Severance.
good, but I like Severance more.
We'll all agree with you there. Severance. It was very innovative. Let's talk. What was your favorite movie from last year?
I Tell me yours, and then I'll unagree because I'm having a hard time with movies.
Yeah, I haven't enjoyed a movie much lately. You know what's terrible? There was a movie called RRR that I really enjoyed, like the Bollywood movie. I
Oh,
really liked
really?
that movie. It was super over the top, but it was super fun. I think it released last year. Does that sound right?
Yeah, I mean, I heard great things about stuff that
Yeah.
released like the last month, like the menu. It's out on like HBO and stuff. I haven't gotten around to it yet. I just have not been feeling
The menu was good.
movies last year.
Menu is
What?
good. RRR. So the menu is good,
Yeah.
and then
Uh-huh.
RRR. I would say is my favorite movie of last year. I really enjoyed it. It was super over the top, super Bollywood. At one point, a guy catches a car, and so it's like, huh, this is pretty unrealistic, but it's pretty fun. It's a fun movie, and it has some cool moments.
And that's what we really need. Cool moments and surprisers. So we'll mock up because there wasn't any video. All the video games that I wanted to drop got pushed back to this year.
Right.
So no real game dropped. I played some Switch games. Breath of the Wild I finally played that you've been a part of for a while.
Right.
Nothing new. I mean, I've spent too much money. I did like Gotham Knights. I started out a little bit. I didn't finish it, but that was fun.
That one looked cool. You know what's funny is I thought last year that the Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. I thought it was supposed to come out last year. Apparently, it's
Uh
this
huh.
year. Like they released a trailer like 18 months ago. I swear. It's one of those, just an eternal. It's funny. After COVID, everyone's like, it's fine. We'll just push production and blame it on COVID. It's like, guys, that was 2 years ago. Like,
Guys, come on.
can we really? I don't know. But I get it. Like, I get it. Still.
Yeah, and then if we go TV shows, I know we hit it, but Andor was all right. I wasn't that huge into it. I think it's just we were in a bitter bust last year. I don't know.
Bitter bust. I like that. 2022 is a bitter bust year.
Yeah, because even like I gave you hassle for not liking anything, and then like, what did you like? Nothing.
It's so true. Like, I don't know. I think about like Thor, not Ragnarok, Thor, Love and Thunder. Didn't care
Uh huh.
for it. Multiverse of
Yeah,
Madness. Didn't really care for it. A lot of the shows that came out, just eh.
yeah. It was and even as I try to remember our past casts on it, the one we did last year, looking up, there wasn't. I was more excited about the video games and TV shows, and nothing I ran to watch or knocked out.
Yeah. So as we talk about that, let's talk most anticipated movies of 2023.
2023.
Johnny, can I make a prediction?
Yeah, I love your predictions.
Bold prediction. I think your favorite movie of 2023 is going to be the Barbie movie.
Okay, I told you that in confidence. You know I'm dying to see that movie.
Not the movie
Done.
you're most excited about. I think you're gonna watch it and it's gonna be your favorite movie. But here's the thing: is I think it's really gonna be a good movie.
It's there's so many random wild cards this year that I was looking at that I'm all for it.
Right? I watched the trailer for it and I was like, I'm gonna go see that in theaters. Like Ryan
Oh
Gosling as
wow, that's a
Ken,
big deal.
Margot Robbie. Yeah, for whatever reason I was about it. I was like, this looks really funny. Like it just looks so over the top and pink, and I'm on board. Let's have some fun.
I'm excited for that. My bold prediction is that you're gonna come out with Aquaman and loving it.
Really?
No,
Oh,
I think
okay.
you're gonna be like recast everybody because I pretty much have. Because there's three, I guess, right? DC movies are still gonna drop. Shazam, the second one, Aquaman, and then the Flashpoint, right? It's supposed to drop this year sometime.
Sounds like
Uh,
they've got
yeah,
homeboy Ezra Miller all figured out. So
that I think it's gonna live and die by that Flashpoint to see what's gonna be Chapter 5. So I'm not. I wanted that movie to fix DC. I don't know if it will.
I mean, they removed
It
all
won't.
these cameos and stuff, right? So it sounds like
Yeah, Aquaman had Wonder Woman and Superman, Cavell and Gal Gadot, but since they let go of Superman, Henry's no longer a part of the DCU as Superman, so they had to cut out Wonder Woman. She's not. Patty Jenkins is done, but not Wonder Woman. They haven't called that out yet, right? The last I heard, they never said they were done with her as Wonder Woman.
I heard they were,
Okay,
but
see,
there's a
that's what
lot
I
of
wanted
fake
to catch.
news.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to catch up with you. It feels like I don't know why you're riding your train with Miller, but I think if it breaks 5 billion, right, they'll keep him around. What's the estimate?
Yeah, honestly, if it broke one, sure,
If it broke a million, I mean it's gonna
a
they
million. It'll
make
break a million, Johnny. It'll break a million.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It'll be Morbin time.
I don't know, man. So I'm more curious to see how DC is gonna fare this year on movies. How about that? I'm not excited for anything of them. I'm more curious to see how it's gonna play out, right? Because they have Shazam, Flash, Blue Beetle. That's DC. That took me a second. So they have more than Marvel, right? If my math is right, this year dropping
Yeah, I think so. I know Marvel's got like Guardians 3 and a
three.
bunch of other stuff, but I would say DC's probably got more dropping this year. I would have to actually officially look at that.
Yeah, because I was just counting in my head. Because technically, is it Craven Hunter? That's Sony, so that's not MCU.
Right. So you've got the
Um,
Marvels, you've got Multiverse, or not Multiverse, Quantum Mania,
yeah, that just I don't know, man. I
Guardians
love Ant
3.
Man.
I think you're right. I think there's going to be more DC in terms of big names.
Yeah, and I think Disney's kind of like you can have this year. We'll ride the plus the online stream.
It seems like they're cooling off for a minute while they try and figure out what the heck they're doing.
Please do, because we don't know what you're doing.
Okay, I've got two movies to throw at you, and I'm curious. Moving past superheroes, what are your thoughts on two movies that are one's not a reboot, but it kind of is. It's a sequel, but like from from another sequel that was 10 years ago, from another sequel that was 30 years ago. So the first one
Talking
is
about a sequel prequel.
no, no, not even that. They're both sequels, but it's been like so a trilogy happened. I'm gonna see if you can get it without me actually telling you. So there was a
Okay,
trilogy, a beloved trilogy, and then like 20 years later they made another one, a fourth movie, and now 10 years later they're making a fifth.
is it Transformers?
No, it's not Transformers. Think
Thought
think
that would
late
be it.
80s and think Han Solo.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how I feel about Dr. Jones still walking around, man. He's gonna need some type of like orthopedic or a cane or handicap parking or something.
So you're not so stoked for the movie?
I don't know. I'm not stoked for it. I don't know how. The trailer I saw, I was very confused. It doesn't look like they're trying to usher in a new actor to take over, right? As far as I can tell, it's just him.
It's like a
It's
last
Mr.
dance situation, I think.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, he did all right moving as Hans, what, 5 years ago or 8 years ago now, I
I
guess.
think it was like 10.
Jeez. So we'll see, man. It's tough. I mean, I woke up today and I cut my finger and I sneezed too hard and I couldn't move. So more power to him.
Yeah. All right. Here's the other one. It is a hard reboot, and it is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. What do you think?
Oh yeah, I'm actually super curious about that one. Because it's his origin story, right?
Right.
So
And we've never had a bad Charlie and the Chocolate Factory movie, so there's nothing to be concerned about.
no, no, not bad at all. I was gonna try to do a Johnny Depp, like, what are you doing, little kid? But I couldn't channel in his creepy Wonka.
I think it'll be pretty good. I mean, Timothy Chalamet, even though he's not my favorite actor, he is a great actor. Like he's really talented. So I think he could fill the shoes. I'm just curious, how much time could he put into it while he's also doing Dune Part 2, which they may have. I think they've already filmed, which is why they can release both at the same time. But it is a little bit interesting. Is all I'll say. I am very very curious if it'll be good or not, because I could see it going both ways.
I'm your wild card was Barbie. My wild card would have been probably Wonka. I think out of everything, maybe Peter Pan and Wendy, because I know you have Peter Pan syndrome more than I do.
What's Peter Pan syndrome?
I just don't want to grow up.
Oh, okay.
So you're always. I mean, I have it more than you, but it's you don't want responsibilities.
I was gonna say, have you seen my hairline?
Because
that's all stress, Johnny. That's all stress. It's not genetic. It's stress.
So yeah, it's those are my two like wild card ones. I like that.
I like that a lot.
I mean, I know how much you loved The Expendables, right? Like the first time you watched it, you didn't like it. The second time you watched it, you didn't like it. The third time it was okay. The fourth, fifth, and sixth time you realized it was a bad movie, right?
Yeah.
Good. So the fourth one that's coming out, or is it the fifth one? What is this one?
I thought it was like the 13th, if we're being totally honest.
It says 4. I mean, I've honestly seen 2 minutes of the first one, and that's all I've ever been in.
Well, The Expendables for a younger generation is just the Fast and the Furious franchise, and there's 10 of those.
That was another one I was gonna say. I've probably seen 1 and like 4, and that's the only one I've ever paid attention to. And I don't even think I can quote or know anything about that movie.
Other than it's about family, right?
Oh, it's always about family. If it's not a meme base, I don't know about it.
So I have only seen a few of the Fast and the Furious. I think I've seen 1, 3, and one other offshoot one. So I've only seen about 3 of them total. 1, 3, and an offshoot. And honestly, out of them, the first and Tokyo Drift were my favorites. Like, I really like Tokyo Drift in particular. Maybe it's because I was 13 when it came out.
It's a good offshoot one, right? Kind of like Rogue One, like it's its own little good side story.
Yeah, exactly. It was fun. You know what I'm actually genuinely excited for is Trolls 3. Oh, wait a minute. It's the animation one? I thought it was the, they're eating him. And then they're going to eat me. Oh my gosh. Sorry. All right, so for people who don't know, there is a movie called Trolls 2 that some of our friends would watch a lot growing up. It's regarded as like the worst movie of all time. So I was doing a little joke on that. For the upcoming
it's not even based off the first movie. It's just weird. Makes no sense.
But it's awesome though, isn't it, Johnny?
Oh, it's all totally awesome. I mean, I remember us watching the documentary about the movie, and we were like, yeah.
And then watching the movie.
And then watch the movie again, yeah.
You can't piss on, what does he say? You can't piss on hospitality. I won't allow it! It's a funny movie. You guys should watch the highlights of that film. Trolls 2, look it up. It's definitely worth it. It's like The Room, right? With Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah. I was going to say, I forgot the name of it, where you watch the... Oh, man, one of them's ousted from Hollywood, too, now.
James Franco?
Yeah. You watch the Franco make fun of the movie, then the real movie, it's hilarious.
Oh, it's so freaking funny.
And there's even a documentary on that. So,
in all seriousness, my wife does make fun of me because I like the first Trolls movie a lot. I think it's pretty entertaining. Bergens, I knew it. I don't know why, it cracks me up. So we'll I guess we'll see if Trolls 3 is any good. That will be one I will not be seeing in theaters, but I might watch with one of my nieces.
It's all right. You can watch it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It's got to be fine.
It's fine. I wouldn't even worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Um, yeah, we'll. I
What
don't know if
is
you're gonna watch
Kraven
it.
the Hunter?
So that one, it's Sony. I don't know if I trust Sony. I don't know why Sony's trying to do Marvel again.
Right. So I'm so bad with Marvel deep cuts. So it is a Marvel character, Kraven the
Yeah,
Hunter.
yeah, yeah. He's technically like he's just a great hunter, and I think he wanted to hunt Spider-Man because he's a spider. I don't know too much about him because he looks super goofy. He has like, remember the lead singer Freddie Mercury from Queen?
Yeah.
Imagine that, like short hair, mustache, wearing like a leather. So he was a goofy looking guy to begin with, right?
Right.
And I didn't know too much about him. I don't remember a lot about him, so I'm shocked about a solo movie with him. It's kind of like at least Venom was a little more known when they did a solo version, right? Like everyone knew who Venom was.
Right.
So I didn't even realize that was a thing, and I mean the best part of I guess the Sony Marvel was that the Quicksilver that actor did.
Yeah. Well, it's weird that why would you get Aaron Taylor Johnson to
Yeah,
he's Quicksilver. Why would you get him to play a different Marvel character? I don't know. There's enough actors out there. Speaking of which,
I
sorry,
just
go ahead,
think it's
Johnny.
because he does a great Russian accent and he's Russian.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. Did you know that they're officially in talks of having him be the next James Bond?
I thought the whole reason Cavell couldn't do The Witcher is because he's James Bond.
That'd be sick, but no, I don't think so. Though
Man,
with Superman,
I'm telling people are believing me because I'm telling these like it's law, and they're all like, "Yeah, sounds right."
no, I know you're like, hey, I have a nerd podcast. I know what's up. It's all
And you
wrong.
know what? And I will be right every time.
I was gonna ask you, what do you think of Super Mario Bros? Are you excited? Are you against it? What do you think of the Pratt voice?
For it, I typically like those. I'm not like a bitter bus like you who hates all of Pixar movies or that type of.
I hate Toy Story. I like the other ones.
I don't know, but that one I actually I'll watch it. It's gonna be better than the other Mario movie they tried to make in the '90s.
Didn't you cry during the third Toy Story?
Dude, I cry every time I see it. I just think about it. I mean, they were holding hands. The toys were holding hands.
In a furnace.
Yeah, and then he played with them one last time, right? Have a heart, Jay. Have a heart.
No, I just can't get behind sentient toys for whatever reason. It's too stupid. It's too stupid.
I've seen you look at your phone, so I don't know, man.
I've seen your mother burp you.
uh, yeah, that I guess animation wise, right? That's the only one I really, really know about.
Do you know? Okay, do you know if the Haunted Mansion is supposed to be animated?
Oh, I forgot about the Haunted Mansion.
I'm guessing
I
it's
don't know.
not, but I don't know. I thought it wasn't, but they haven't released a trailer yet. Speaking of which, have you seen the new Avatar?
No, I didn't even finish the second one, the first one. I like got 20 minutes in and I'm not a fan.
Okay, Johnny doesn't like blue people.
No, I mean you can call it as it is, man. If I see a Smurf movie again, I will boycott it. I do not, and I blame a little bit The Ring because of that scary ghost lady was blue, but
She's like white, but I guess there was a hint of blue, right?
I mean I guess she's drowned, but a little bluey, a little bluey.
Well, the reason I bring it up is one, I really like the movie, but two, they played a trailer during that film that so it was in IMAX 3D, and this trailer, Johnny, just made me want to weep and then die, like in a good way. Can you guess what it is?
A movie that's gonna drop,
Yeah, next year.
or I guess this year, right?
Yeah, thank you. This year, the most important movie of the year, Johnny.
I was gonna say the Teen Wolf movie, but Styles isn't in it, so.
From the most critically acclaimed director of all time, besides maybe Steven Spielberg.
It's not the Spider-Verse.
Not the Spider-Verse.
Should be.
This movie is gonna be the bomb, Johnny. The bomb.
I know you're walking me through it, but the bomb?
The bomb. It's about a bomb. His name is Tom, and he goes on a cruise. No, I'm kidding.
No, you can't say it.
No, that's not it.
No.
It's Oppenheimer.
You've been talking about. I don't know why I forgot about that. You've been talking about that one for a while.
I know. I've been so excited for this film. Like more than any film I've been in for many many years.
Yeah, you've been talking about that one for like even before when we did the future of 2022. You were like, I don't care about next year, Oppenheimer.
Dude, it's Cillian Murphy in the starring role as the main character, and he's like our favorite actor.
And I think I just thought you just really like physicists. I don't know. I thought you were just all about it after Big Bang Theory. So you're like, give me more.
Wouldn't it be funny? I mean, Sheldon is like the PG version of Oppenheimer if you think about it. Like if you look at photos, it's like, huh, they look pretty similar, don't they?
I get it. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. No, I really am excited for it. They dropped a different trailer. So there's two trailers out. There's one on YouTube, and then there's one they're playing in the theaters. And the one in the theaters is different.
Oh,
And
that's cool. Good. That's good.
dude, it like rocked my socks. I mean, it was IMAX 3D, and we were pretty close to the screen, and like the whole theater was shaking in a good way. Like it wasn't like Tenet where it was because the boom box was broken. It
That was
was
so annoying.
it was perfect, dude. It was perfect down to the last minute detail. Perfect. So I'm
So funny.
really excited.
I don't
for
even
that
see it on movies to watch in 2023, man. I gotta adjust my notes. I
film.
don't know what I was thinking.
Have you seen the Equalizer movies?
Um, the first one I liked. I don't think I've seen any of the other ones, just because it was. Oh no, sorry, I was thinking of something else. Equilibrium. My bad. No,
Mhm.
I watched a little bit of because they made the TV show too. Are they dropping another movie?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Is it with the
Denzel.
Denzel?
Yeah.
Well, I'll be.
I've heard good things. I haven't seen them, so maybe I'll finally watch the third one. It's kind of one of those things where it's like,
There's been more than one, like
there's
three.
two. This will be the third.
Sheesh.
Oh, hey, if it's okay, what could we jump to video games?
Yeah, let me just finish on. I'm really, really stoked because I was sick last weekend. So I rewatched all the Wick movies. So John Wick 4.
Yes. Forgot about that one. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's the only one. John Wick 4. I'm really stoked for. And then I just want to end with I think the last Marvel movie I'm gonna care about in a while is Guardians 3. And by care about mean I'm gonna watch and be like, okay, cool, they're done.
Yeah, I think I'm with you there.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much the only ones I wanted to hit because I think I'm just so confused about the Flash. I just really am. Yeah, let's move on. I just really want to hit John Wick because I have like 3 statues of him. I have his Lego.
You kind of look like him, so.
Thank you. I was trying to emulate it a little bit.
Yeah.
And when they say Jonathan, they say it with an accent. I feel like it's my family, Jonathan, and I go, oh, am I in trouble?
Jonathan.
Yeah, but they say it kind of like a deeper Jonathan. And I go, crap, what did I do? Well, we all know Jay's only going to watch the Marvels for some reason. All right. You want to go video games? I mean, I have 2 quick video games. Nothing too much on that.
Yeah, I wanted to bust those out real quick. So,
Yeah.
I'll start.
Please.
Star Wars Jedi Survivor looks pretty good. I really liked Fallen Order, so I think Survivor is going to be a good one.
Yeah, it's the same concept, and yeah, I'm all for it.
Yeah. Good old Cal Kestis. It'd be fun to kind of fill in some of the cracks on why he's not involved in Mandalorian or why he's not involved in First Order stuff. And I get that it's a big universe, but like...
How canon is he?
100%.
Oh, nice. Good. That's why I asked you.
No, he's 100% canon. So it'll be interesting if he meets up with Luke Skywalker or not. Because he's already crossed paths with Darth Vader.
Okay.
So...
Perfect.
Spoiler warning, but if you haven't played the game yet, what's wrong with you?
Some of us take time to play games. Ugh.
Give me yours, Johnny. Give me one of yours.
So the only one I've been stoked for, and I'm sad because I thought I was gonna spend my holidays playing it, is Starfield, which I like to call Skyrim in space because it's made by Bethesda. They're too busy to finish Skyrim 6, whatever it's gonna be.
I know the biggest thing. I want this out so they'll turn their back, or so they won't turn their backs on Skyrim anymore. Get it finished, guys.
Do you remember they dropped like a 8-second clip like 3 years ago in E3, and we're still like drooling over it, and it was literally 8 seconds.
Yeah. Do we know what island they're on for Skyrim 6?
I have no idea. I don't remember any. I remember they just panned out to a mountain, and it just said like I don't even know if it said Skyrim 6 or Elder Scroll 6, and we were just like, ah, ah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. It
So,
was. We were just doing the Tom from Parks and Rec. Like, how can one image just bring up so much emotions?
I've been staring at it for hours.
Hours. But that one, yeah, I've missed a good RPG game that I can get lost in without doing anything. Um, but that one's not slated till summer. I mean, who knows with these people, right?
Yeah, it's true. What do you think of the new Legend of Zelda?
Yeah. So like I said, I started playing Breath of the Wild, so I'm super stoked for it.
I think the next they're doing something cool with this Zelda. Typically, they there's 100 years in between each Zelda, right? Like there's time jumps. This one's supposed to
Mhm.
take place immediately after Breath of the Wild, which is
Oh,
really
cool.
cool. Yeah.
That is cool.
So I'm pretty excited, and I think it'll be fun. It's nice that they're releasing it so quickly within time of the other one, unlike Skyrim, which is taking literally probably 12 years.
I mean, and us idiots still play it, so
Dude, it's so true. I literally, yeah, just recently got my character as high as I've gotten any of them because I have this restart initis problem, So this is the furthest I've
yes.
taken a character right now in Skyrim. It's
So the worst is when you spend more than you should for a PC and you can mod it, and then you don't even play the game. You just mod it, turn it on. That was awesome, and then delete the mod, do a new mod, and
yeah, run around with your lightsaber in Skyrim world.
yeah,
So there's one game I really want to deep dive into real quick, Johnny.
yeah, go for it. Because I was just gonna draw blanks on just a couple of quick ones that aren't really anything good.
Well, this is one that we're both in agreement on.
Yeah.
So if you want to do a couple quick honorable
Yeah,
mentions.
I was just gonna quick things. Diablo 4 is coming out. For you Diablo nerds out there. Resident Evil still scares me. That's gonna drop. And the only other one that I had my eye on was, oh man, totally dropped my. Maybe I didn't have another one. Oh, Baldur's Gate 3, just because it sounds like, yeah, it's D&D, even though it's not. But I like that it's out there.
Right, it's like the D&D movie. Even though it's not D&D, it'll still be fun.
No, but like they'll say names I've heard of, and I'll get all excited, and that's it. But yeah, the a game that is coming out soon, relatively, right? Supposed to come out, I think next month even.
Yeah.
What is it, Jay?
Hogwarts Legacy.
Hogwarts Legacy, man, that looks cool. I thought I had to buy a
Phenomenal.
PlayStation just to play it, but it's dropping everywhere. But still,
It looks phenomenal. So I've watched a bunch of trailers on it, a bunch of gameplay. It is really cool. It's kind of like Skyrim meets Hogwarts to some degree. I'm trying to think. It's almost a third person shooter. I don't know because it's pretty cool. I like the way it's formatted. The battles look fun. It's cool that you can discover stuff in Hogwarts, and I think it's going to be fun because in movies you can only you're limited by your sets, and in books you're not limited by your imagination. You're unlimited. So you have your imagination. So this is going to be the joining of those two things because there's so much of Hogwarts that hasn't been explored, so much of Hogsmeade that you only get brief glimpses of it. This will be a fun way to really get into you'll see stuff from the movies, but there's going to be whole new areas, whole new dungeons, goblins to kill, children to torture, all the things I want in a RPG, which Skyrim never lets us do.
no, they only hint that there's torture for kids in orphanages.
Yeah, what's up with that?
And you are the resident, and I'll do it. Start of the year, you're my resident Slytherin.
Oh yeah, I am hardcore Slytherin, bro. I'm going
I always call you
full-blown
Hufflepuff,
Slytherin.
but for this, I'll go Slytherin. From what I gathered, and correct me, you get to kind of choose the destiny of stuff. Like your decisions play out in the game, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I love when you do that because you feel like you have a little bit of control.
You get to choose to be whether you want to be so it's pretty cool. From what I've read, your combat is going to be dictated, like your style is going to be dictated whether or not you make good choices or bad choices. Kind of like Red Dead Redemption has certain cutscenes if you're good or if you're bad. It'll be the similar thing. Like if you're playing a dark wizard, your your style is a certain way and the story goes a certain way. And if you're a good wizard, even though it'll be very similar, it'll be tweaked the other way. So cutscenes might be different. You might do intimidation instead of what's the other one? Persuasion. Yeah. So pretty sick. I'm very excited.
And they're all, for the next Gen Cons, and it does make a difference. So it is a little easier to get the new consoles, even though it's still wicked hard. But um, sometimes you can get lucky and you can find one. That's pretty much all I had for video games. I'm sure there'll be something or something will get pushed back. There's not a lot to that I hit hard. So
Well, let's talk shows then.
okay. You're typically the movie guy. I'm typically the TV show guy. Lately, we've been hating everything, guys. So I will say again, there's nothing other than Mando, right? Mandalorian.
Have you seen the new trailer?
Yeah, no. I'm doing a you, dude. I'm trying to go as cold as possible.
I'm doing that too. I haven't watched the trailer yet, and I'm thinking I
Yeah,
probably
I'm trying
won't.
to, because I can something about that Mandalorian. I can get lost in that world. I haven't been able to do that in any other shows. I kind of get lost in like a good energy. I'll be in my room. It'll just transform me for a little bit. People said they got that with Andor. I didn't, but
Yeah, I want to give Andor another shot. I'm like 3 episodes in, and I want to keep watching it. It was moving too slow, and I was too impatient. Ended up watching Daredevil instead.
oh, is Daredevil gonna drop this year? Sorry,
I
that was
don't
a side
care.
note.
I don't care.
What?
I don't care if it does. I don't know. I don't know. I'm
I'm
struggling.
interested to see what if Disney can save like a Netflix movie, a show, and make it their own.
I'm struggling, Johnny. I'll wait
Uh,
for the reviews to come out before I get my hopes up. I've been hurt too many times, and I'm not ready to get hurt again.
I am ready to get hurt again. I'm like Michael Scott, ready to get hurt again. Because all they're doing is a lot. There's not a lot of new stuff like Secret Invasion. I'm not that. Again, our Marvel deep cuts are hard.
Yeah.
And then like Agatha was my favorite part of Agatha from
WandaVision.
WandaVision. So she's getting her Coven of Chaos. And she was my favorite character. I just like her as an actress, and that character was great. And then Ted Lasso is supposed to drop season 3. They finally released a still from it.
But is it like have they released an actual date, or is it going to get postponed?
No,
I feel like it's
I
going to
mean
get
it
postponed.
was a still. It was supposed to again one of those like, oh, last year news got busy with production.
Got it. Superman and Lois is coming out. I know you love that.
Wait,
show.
really?
Yeah, not season 3 of Superman and
Oh,
Lois.
yeah. I tried to watch the new one, right?
Oh,
With,
so you like the old one, not the new one.
yeah.
Okay.
I tried
sorry.
to watch the new one. I got like 5 in, and it's just. I'm gonna bring up too. I got really excited when I read the name Gotham Knights, and then I noticed that it's gonna drop on the CW,
Ugh.
and then I just immediately am like, I can't do it.
Yeah, how did that deal ever even come about, you know? Like
The thing is, like, they have a great concept. It's what people want, like the Flash, right? Oh, Bruce Wayne's murdered. Let's do like it's a great game. Gotham Knights. They take over the city. They help him out.
Right.
You know, I love if they do it, which they might not, because he's tied up. A different Nightwing character, right? And then I just see Network, the CW, which just means it's gonna turn into a teen drama.
Teen angst drama.
Yeah, not even like a good one. Just kind of be like, I'm not quick enough to fight the Joker's nephew. I don't know. It's just gonna be so.
Not fast. I need to get going faster.
These problems matter. I know it does. It's the whole city. No, I can't because I can't get a date. I don't know. It's gonna. I've never been so excited but sad at the same time because I was hoping it would go on HBO Max because at least I trust their production team, but not the CW. I'm not.
Have you watched any of Will Trent? It just dropped the show. Like the first 2 episodes have dropped.
I was almost sent you a text because a few times in my life do I go like, dang, am I getting old? What's going on? I could not place who he was for like 10 minutes. And then it was like, oh my gosh, he's a roommate of Transformers. Yeah, right? You know, on the second movie, the one who like the real effing deal.com, the one who makes his website. That's him. That's Will Trent.
You're hurting my brain. I don't want to hear that anymore. I know him from Need for Speed.
That's not helping either. But anyway, I was like, holy cow. But he was older when the movie came out because he looks old now.
Yeah.
I watched 3 of them. I liked it. It's kind of like I don't do drama too well, but there's Fire Country that just started this season because I have Paramount. And I like Fire Country. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, just like that.
How rich do you have to be to get Paramount, Johnny?
Dude.
Whose booty do you gotta
With
kiss?
commercials, $7.99 a month. I
Oof.
know. I skip
Oof.
lunch for 6 days out of the month, and I get it.
6 days.
Yeah, well, $1 for lunch. How much do you pay for your tuna pouches? They're flavored, but they're still 97 cents, Jay. I mean, I'm like, I didn't finish top 10 in my district. I only finished 12th, so pay cut.
Got it. No, I get it. I do. I like to do rice for my lunch. Not that anyone needs to know. Not just rice, but rice and chicken, maybe a shake.
Stop bragging, dude. I'm still sick to my stomach and I'm gonna be starving. But yeah, and then they're doing. I really did like that '70s show when I was growing up.
The reboot looks bad.
It looks so bad,
right? Looks really bad. Really bad. The time has passed.
Hulu made a show called Reboot where they make fun of a reboot thing. It's like a reboot of a. And even that was hard to watch. But I mean, that 90s show would be like, cool, hey, we were alive in the 90s, right? But I don't know, man. I don't think I can even watch it on Netflix.
Sometimes it's better to just leave things alone, if we're being totally honest.
Yeah, I might have to be like sick, can't find the remote and it's on, and then 12 episodes later I'll text you like, hey, solid show.
What is your opinion on did you watch season 1 of Vox Machina?
No, I didn't even really watch the movie.
I don't think I'm talking about the. So this is like Critical Role. They made a Amazon Prime show.
I thought you said. Sorry. So it's what's the full name of that?
The Legend of Vox Machina.
I literally, to everyone who watches us, like I reach 2 feet like behind me. I have the figurine. That's how much I'm listening to you right now. Yeah, I loved it. I'm not huge in. I think it's because we caught it wrong, so I don't watch them play. But right. I love the cartoon.
Yeah, watching them play is hard for me because it's like it's not engaging enough for me to like be able to pay attention to every minute detail. And then if I have it on in the background, I don't know what's going on, so then I get frustrated. So it's like this terrible medium. But other people love it and swear by it, and some of our friends, our Dungeon Master like lives for it.
Yeah, I've read some of the comics they've made. I like the concept of it before they dropped the cartoon, right?
Right.
And my problem was it's just so much to catch up on, and I know they always have like new campaigns and you can start from scratch, but some shows just get away from me. That's one of them. But I really liked that it was an animation that was, yeah, little. It's not a cartoon. It's kind of like, it's gonna drop to Invincible.
Yeah.
Yeah, so both of the Amazon shows that are going to come out. I'm stoked for both of them.
Good. I love Invincible.
Yeah, I mean, The Boys.
Show. Yeah. Heavy show, man.
I know you can't watch The Boys.
I know. I'll get to it someday.
I love The Boys. I have the pin. I mean, I'm going to... there's this one character called Butcher who I'm going to cosplay as. This is like I know the beard.
And you kind of look like him.
Thank you. Again, you're just... Keep calling me handsome people, man. I'll take it.
Carl Urban.
Anyway, Jay,
Yo.
Even me, there's some hardcore scenes on The Boys. And literally the director said there was this one scene that he could not believe. So if season 3 had this one gnarly scene and that didn't bother him, but season 4 had something, I'm intrigued. He knew what to say. I'll say it. I'm intrigued.
All right, Johnny, I've got time for 3 more shows. You want to give me 2 more?
That's I didn't know that many. I mean, some stuff are coming back. Dude, I'm just stoked. If I only had to pick, I mean, What We Do in the Shadows, hopefully 5th will drop. 4th is a lot better. But if you were to tell me you can only watch one show and that comes out, it'll be Mando.
Well, we've glossed over one that the first episode dropped last night, or no, excuse me, it dropped on I think Sunday. Just recently.
Is it a video game that made you cry?
I have actually never played The Last of Us.
So I watched it in a class, and I've never cried in a video game. This one got me.
So you haven't played it? You just watched like all the cutscenes?
Yeah. Because I didn't get into PlayStation till last summer.
Got it.
But yeah, dude, it's a heavy game, man.
Dude, the show is bananas. So it's so funny. I've watched like 1,000,001 zombie things. and like, I thought I'd seen it all. That you couldn't perfect it. You know what I mean? Because it had already been done. World War Z, what was pretty peak. 28 Days Later was really good. Like, there's a lot of just great stuff out there for
Well, I mean,
zombies.
Zombieland, like they know what they were doing.
Zombieland, yeah, like you had everything, So I didn't realize that I needed this dystopian, hardcore fungus zombie, whatever is going on. Like, I did not realize that this is something I needed in my life. But I watched the first episode, and it was phenomenal. It was as good as a pilot as I've ever seen.
That's why I said I wish Gotham Knights was done by HBO, not CW.
Yeah. The only other pilot that I would say is just as good is Mando, which ironically is the same actor.
He knows what he's doing, and he's hilarious. When they tried to ask if him and Oscar, what's his last name, the Moon Knight?
Oscar Isaac?
Yeah, like, who's the bigger daddy between you and him? And then he does, like, I'm your real daddy. Oh, he's just a great actor. But yeah, I'm excited to binge that when it's done. But we'll talk about it when it's done, Nights. When Jay composes himself and I get out of my covers to watch it, we'll talk a whole episode on that.
Yeah, it's it legitimate. There was two scenes where like a legitimate was like, Liza, we might have to stop this because I'm getting a little bit like spooked. Like, I might need to go, just like have a quick breather, like pause it. I'll get up, take a walk, make some popcorn, and come back.
Nothing wrong with that, and you admitted it, but I'm gonna make fun of you.
Yeah, so I'm excited. So, number one game we're excited for is Hogwarts Legacy. Number one movie for me is Oppenheimer. What's your number one movie?
I didn't really have a number one movie, did I? That you put me on the spot. I'll put the game as I really want Starfield. That's my number one movie. Okay. My number one game.
I like that. You got two games.
Yeah, so we'll split it. It's just because it's never gonna drop. I just said I'm more intrigued to see how DC is gonna go, so I put it in a whole DC.
Yeah, I like that. And then is it The Last of Us for you, or is it Mando?
Oh, it's Mando for sure. The Last of Us will be great, and I'll be in a good theme. But who knows, man? Maybe I'll be like, hey, Mando was cool, but I've seen it for, I'm kind of Star Wars'd out. Give me the zombies. I haven't paid attention to zombies in a while.
Yeah. I think there's going to be a resurgence in zombie films because of this show. I genuinely think that.
That's awesome. So, Knights, just make sure to watch the Teen Wolf movie. Me and Jay will not talk about it, so watch it on your own. And, yeah, let us know what you're excited for. Comment below. We'll talk to you back. We want to know what you guys are watching.
Be sure to like and subscribe, and we will see you on the Flippity Flop.
Flippity Flip.